fifth wave of feminism is here, and it's going to change the world as we know it. Feminism destroyed the traditional family and the natural dynamics between men and women.
We live in a generation where women have become men because men are too busy being the princess. A lot of women have learned to give themselves what men stopped giving.
The dangerous rise of men who won't date woke women. Maybe it's your attitude, or maybe it's your irrational list of standards.
Here's something that I don't see anyone talking about, and it's the female loneliness epidemic.
Something strange is happening in modern relationships, and people on both sides are starting to notice it. More men are walking away from dating entirely, while more women are openly talking about loneliness, burnout, and emotional exhaustion. Friendships are failing, dating standards are exploding, and trust between men and women feels weaker than ever. So what changed? And why does it feel like so many people are disconnecting from each other at the exact same time?
Here's something that I don't see anyone talking about, and it's the female loneliness epidemic. I just turned 23 and I am officially done with looking for new friends because nowadays, girls are fucking impossible to make friends with. And before you call me a pick-me, hear me out. In my experience, young women today do not know what it means to be a friend. They expect everyone, including other women, to chase them the same way men chase them romantically. It's always me texting first, it's always me making plans, it's always me arranging reservations to make hangouts happen, only to be told the day of that like, oh, something came up, / they straight up admit that they forgot. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, girl. And their I'm so sorries are never followed up by, let me make it up to you. How about we do this or this instead? It's always just, I'm so sorry, blank. All these girls want to do is just be Instagram mutuals. They want to like your posts. They want you to like theirs. They want to swipe up on your story. They want like little crumbs of your attention, but they are not actually looking for like a real life friend with like substance and value. And I don't know if any of you have ever used Bumble BFF, but like don't. It is a bigger waste of time than like actual dating apps for like meeting men. And I've had a handful of bad experiences on there, but I'll just tell you about like the two most recent ones. So it's this girl, we match, we talk a little bit on Instagram. I see we have a couple like hobbies in common. It's going well. We arrange to meet for a drink. And so we go, we have a drink together. It was like, I think like after work for me. So I was like really tired. It was only like 2 hours and then we went home. We both agreed that it like went really well. And I was convinced that we were going to see each other again. I had to chase this girl for months to meet up again. And it wasn't me not getting the hint, mind you, because she was still texting me every day. She's like, I want to see you so bad. I want to see you so bad. But something keeps coming up. Oh my God, I'm in college. It's so busy, blah, blah, blah. And like at the time I was working part-time. So like I objectively had like more free time than her. So whatever. Okay, sure. I kept like sending her like invites to like different events, like ads I see on Instagram, like blank event on this date at this time. And it was always like, oh, I can't. Oh, this, oh, that. I'm sorry, I've got this going on, blah, blah, blah. Never offering like anything on her end. I remember the month of March rolled around and she goes, okay, girl, I'm just going to be straight up with you. I cannot meet you all month in March because it's exam season. First of all, I'm so fucking sick of hearing this shit that it's like exams. It's exams all the time. Like right now I'm like doing a gap year, so I'm working and like all my friends are like my age, college age, and they always have fucking exams all the time. And it's like, I'm sorry, but I don't know, maybe I just like, you know, I'm a business major and like we're stereotyped for like having easy majors, but that's not how exams work. The way exams work is you start like a semester and you have class, and then there's like midterms for like 3 days. You do the midterms and then you go back to class. There's no month full of exams. But whatever, I'm like, okay, fine. I do not bother her all March. April rolls around. On April 1st, I literally sent her an event, like a clubbing thing, restaurant, activity. I don't remember, some bullshit I saw on TikTok. And the date was like April 5th. She's like, oh, sorry, I can't make it. Okay. I wait a couple more days, say it's like April 4th, and I sent her like an event on April 30th. So like at the end of the month. She's like, oh my god, I have plans that day, I'm so sorry. I was like, you know what? Okay, girl. Okay. And I just stopped trying. I waited for her to send me something, offer me anything, make any sort of plans, and she just never did. And I just stopped like replying to her, like sending me random reels and like random bullshit. So this was girl number 1. Now girl number 2, it was a similar situation. They were both happening at the same time. It's this girl, same thing, we match, super good chemistry through text, like we're just like laughing, you know, sending each other voice memos, we have so much in common, we agree on so many topics, we're just vibing. I'm like, oh my god, I really see like a really good friendship with this person. I end up finally meeting her for the first time at the club, because like I was convoluted story, but I ended up like at the club with this guy I was seeing at the time, and she was there, and we just like danced for 5 minutes, and then she was like, oh girl, I gotta go, I'll be right back. Didn't come back, and I ended up like leaving with the guy like an hour later. Anyway, we get back to texting. I'm like, when can we hang out like properly, like, you know, like face to face during in the daytime so we can like talk, you know? She's like, girl, definitely not this month because it's Ramadan. I'm thinking to myself, like, as far as I'm aware, during Ramadan, you are allowed to go outside, you know? Like, Muslims, during Ramadan, they go to work, they go to school, they do stuff. You know, we don't have to go to a restaurant or anything. Like, we can just, like, take a walk in the park. Like, it's not that serious. But I'm like, okay, you know, I'm not gonna argue with you about religion. Over the course of the month, I see her hanging out with other people though, like on her story. And at first I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm not a priority, you know, like we don't know each other that well, sure. But eventually I confront her. I'm a little bit like, oh, I thought you were not doing anything. You were not allowed to do anything this month. She's like, first of all, mind your business. Half of the posts I put up are like throwbacks, so they're not current, and the other half is me and my sister, so like if you don't know any better, like close your mouth. I'm like, okay, no problem. Ramadan ends, April rolls around, and guess what? Never hear from her ever again. I just moved into this new place that you can see right now. It's like really, really messy. And I decided to have a housewarming party where I just invited like my roommates, obviously, and a group of like my closest friends or just like people that are in my life like currently. 2 girls that I invited did not show up. I let both of them know about the party like 2 weeks ahead. The day of, I send both of them a text like, hey, so we're gonna start at this time, this is the address, hope to see you soon. The party was supposed to start at 6, and they both text me back at around like 3 or 4 p.m. And one of them goes, oh my god, girl, I'm so sorry, I can't make it today. I'm like super sick. I'm just like throwing up like in bed. I'm like so sick. And it's like, if you were that sick, then it probably didn't happen today. You couldn't have texted me last night. You had to text me the day of, like 2 hours prior. Like, you waited also for my text before you canceled. You couldn't have like let me know like, hey girl, I know that you're gonna be cooking food for like X amount of people for today. Like, don't worry, like count me out. You don't have to like make a portion for me. You couldn't do that. And then the other girl was like, oh my god, girl, I'm so sorry. I forgot I have to hand in a school project for tomorrow. Again, this is not how college works. Like, maybe she's like a different major, okay. But this is not high school where like you get a homework assignment on Monday and you have to hand it in for Friday. No. Your professor tells you about like a 1 or 2 big projects that you have to hand in by the end of the semester, and you progressively work on it like little by little over the course of months. I'm just saying, there's no way, number one, that girl was actually sick, and the other girl had a school project to hand in. They just didn't want to come, and they didn't even have the decency to let me know ahead of time, come up with something smarter. Like, they were not even gonna say anything if I hadn't texted them the day of, they would have pretended like nothing happened. And this is why I am done just trying. Like, I'm done. Like, if like a female friend like falls from the sky for me, then yeah, of course, you know, like if we meet, I start a new job and like a girl that works there like I really like, and like we, of course, but no more looking, no more taking my hand out and saying, hey, do you want to take this friendship to the next level, come to my house, come hang out with me. No more making the first move on people, because it just takes up too much mental space and yields basically no results. It's just a waste of time. So yeah, let me know what your experience has been like. Let me know how you feel, but this is how I feel right now, so.
If someone tells you they have plans that day and they don't give you another day to do something, they don't want to hang out.
Fifth wave of feminism is here, and it's going to change the world as we know it. My prediction, this is going to be a counter movement to the fourth wave, where women start embracing their femininity instead of tearing down masculinity. Cool, women have joined men in the workforce, but now they've realized that they've lost sight of the things that actually make them strong women, like their warmth, their love, and their ability to nurture the people in their lives. They're realizing that they're now in debt to sexual liberation and hookup culture. It ruined them, and now they're realizing that competing with men resulted in no fulfillment whatsoever. They just serve their male boss instead of the man in their home. All for what? 12 weeks of paid maternity leave? Yeah, you could keep that. Feminism destroyed the traditional family and the natural dynamics between men and women. And now women are waking up. We're going to see a fifth wave, and the women that lead it will be the ones that recognize masculinity maintains society, while femininity maintains life. Welcome to the fifth wave, my guys.
I think the damage is borderline irreversible. Most men understand the nature of women, and many have checked out altogether or passport brothers last hope. You're entitled to have your opinion, but personally I think we've reached a point where people can make their own choices, which is equally.
Did you know that if a man rejects his partner sexually, apparently that woman loses her ever-loving mind? And when I discovered this, I was so ashamed of women everywhere, because I was like, this is so contradictory. This is exactly against what we've been promoting for the longest time. And then introspection arrived. The mirror appeared. And I was like, I've never been rejected by a partner before. So I genuinely don't know how I would react if my partner rejected me. I'm literally speechless. Like, I would feel repulsive because men stick it everywhere. So it's like, are you not attracted to me anymore? Are you depressed? Like, what is happening?
Most of the time it was because I wasn't good about myself. It is frustrating when your partner isn't secure enough to not make it about them all the time.
A man can give you everything. His time, his effort, his energy. But if he feels disrespected, he slowly starts to pull back. Not because he stopped caring, but because giving without respect starts to drain him. Because for a man, respect is what keeps him giving, not just love.
Red flag. The moment he started talking about everything she was going through, I stand with Taylor because I unfortunately do understand her.
Being half of a lottery winning in the amount of $20 million, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Explain to me why you are entitled to have winnings.
So I'm seeking this money because I strongly believe it still goes under marital property, since he got this ticket using our shared account, and then that he got it before our divorce papers were finalized. And I supported this man for 7 years, following him everywhere he goes so he can chase his dreams. And I give up on my career and my life to support him. So I think, again, I'm here to seek a fair distribution. I'm not here for greediness.
And you said he rehearsed ticket prior to... When was your divorce finalized?
We're in October 7 on 9 a.m. At 9 a.m., I believe.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, one thing is true. We were divorced on October 7th. That is the one true thing that she has communicated to you. The full truth is that we got divorced that morning. And then, as you can see from the receipt, later that day, after I had lunch with my attorney, I left his office from the finalized divorce, and I stopped on my way home to pick up some beer. I bought a 6-pack. I was going to go home, watch the game, just kind of relax a little bit. And on a whim, as I was paying, I decided to buy a lottery ticket. And so I bought a lottery ticket, something I almost never do. And that's when I won the money. So it was clearly after the divorce. She has no claim on that money, and this is really a waste of all of our time.
So you allege you bought the ticket after the divorce was finalized.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Taylor, you said your divorce was finalized at 9 a.m. that morning?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Well, you did submit a receipt.
Yes, Your Honor. I submitted a receipt from when I purchased the 6-pack of beer and the lottery ticket. You can see clearly it was at 12:30 in the afternoon.
If you allow me, I can also add to that. I strongly believe those numbers you see on the lottery tickets is not coincidence. It's our mutual history. And without me, without us, he will not have won it. I can explain you more if you allow me. So those numbers are 2, 7, 14, 21, 28, and 39. So 2, December 2nd, the day we got married. June 7, the day he proposed. August 14, our wedding anniversary. 21, May 21, our dog's birthday. 28, February 28, our first romantic date. And 39, believe me or not, 39 cities we changed chasing his dreams to become an actor or, I don't know, a travel blogger. So I give up like everything for him, give up my career, and I supported him for 7 years. I think I deserve that money, and it's fair.
If I may, Your Honor, she's trying to find significance in these numbers, but the truth is I did a quick pick. I didn't even pick the numbers. The computer picked them for me. I have no idea if all those dates are even correct. I think she's making this up. And if, again, I may, Your Honor, I think some context here. And if I may, Your Honor, obviously you can see there's a pretty significant age difference between us. I flattered myself when we got together that she found me attractive for me, but as we lived together, I learned that she was really just interested in what little money I had, which was probably a lot less than she thought I had. She never had a job the whole time we were together. And when most of my savings was gone, that's when she filed for divorce from me. So this career thing, I don't know where that's coming from.
What savings are you talking about? Like, I spent everything on groceries, barely affording it, okay?
Miss Taylor, so you were with Mr. Taylor out of love, and then sounds like he ran out of funding.
After 7 years.
After
Not
7
like
years?
1 month or something. 7 years, it's a big number. I wasted 7 years of my life, best time of my life, on this gentleman. For what? He throwing me away like a, I don't know, homeless cat or something.
Matter.
I mean, he also make us so much pressure to divorce. I mean, I thought like he never did something similar in that entire life, like throwing away garbage or fixing broken coffee machine or something. And all of a sudden he becoming like, I don't know, Usain Bolt or how do you call it, Flash, forcing me to divorce as soon as possible. I assume he bought this ticket before our divorce was finalized.
Your Honor, you can see from the receipt that I did not buy that ticket before the divorce. She was the one that asked for the divorce from me. I didn't rush things through. It was a pretty simple divorce. We don't have children. There obviously wasn't a
We
lot
have
of
our
money.
dog though.
We do have a dog, yes.
Okay.
But that was a pretty easy. So the divorce just went through quickly because there was nothing to stop it after she asked for the divorce.
Well, Miss Taylor, you're the one who filed for divorce, so I can't.
But he rushed it to no end.
You're the one who
Without
filed for
making it
divorce.
fair. I'm here for fairness, not greed.
Now, I do understand how you can feel hurt and upset because your now ex-husband
Fine.
has come into quite a bit of money. And with that, unfortunately, all of it belongs to him because, as you stated, your divorce was finalized.
But it's not fair.
At
It's not
9
7
a.m.
years to the garbage.
You should have hung in there till 12 o'clock
I couldn't.
that afternoon. So,
It's
what
unbearable.
unfortunately
He
you did.
promised me like fake things.
I do understand, and I am sorry you wasted the best years of your life, as you state. But the law is the law, and no matter how much sympathy I have for you, I can't rule any other way. Now, from what I understand, Mr. Taylor, you have a countersuit here for $2,500.
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Okay.
Yes, that's to cover my own personal expenses, consulting with an attorney, the ridiculousness of this situation. So I just wanted to file a countersuit to sort of, draw more attention to the absurdity of this situation and for all of us having to be here and waste our time.
Mr. Taylor,
Yes, Your Honor.
25, and you just won $40 million.
Your Honor,
Peanuts for him.
you are correct, and it was more of a gesture to. I'm not concerned about that money. It was more of a statement of this is ridiculous, and if you want to.
Sounded like a statement of revenge to me. Now, look here. That, as for your common claim, I'm going to throw that out because that's just ridiculous. Now, what I can tell you is, once again, I am sorry that I can't assist you with this one, Miss Taylor. As much as I would like to, from woman to woman, it'd be nice. But I can't. The law is the law, Mr. Taylor. There will be no countersuit for you. I do understand you probably want to get back at her a little bit, but I'm not going to be a part of that. Okay?
I understand, Your Honor. Thank you.
All righty. Case dismissed.
It's not fair,
Congratulations. Thanks. I am incredibly relieved and grateful to Judge Monroe for her wise decision. She was very fair, and I'm very grateful that she's done the right thing. And I'm going to go and enjoy my life a little bit more with someone maybe a little closer to my own age.
I'm not satisfied with the decision, to say the least. After 7 years supporting my husband and being on his side all those times, he could just give me like $500,000 or something. Asking me to pay $2,500 is just ridiculous. After him getting $40 million, it's peanuts.
Actually, the guy won 2 lottery tickets. One is 40M, other one happiness and freedom worth $1 billion.
You know what I want? Please bring back men that are of use to women. I need my nails done. Babe, I got you. How much is it? Can we bring back, please, men from the 1950s come back to life? Okay? Because the men right now don't want to be useful. They just want to give you eggplant. I don't need eggplant. Okay? Men are overestimating the demand for eggplant. The demand is low. The supply is high. Okay? Nobody wants your eggplant. Be useful. Pay a bill or two. Supply is too high. Why is your eggplant different? Okay? Supply is high. Demand is low. Okay? Bring back useful men. Okay? Men that understand that they have to spend some money. Get rid of these cheap men.
Men from the 1950s would slap sparks out you face for your disrespectful behavior and attitude. That if a woman acts pitiful to trigger your compassion and guilt trip you into being her benefactor, it's manipulation.
To me so clearly when I tell you this, if a man ever tells you that he wants to work on himself, the only thing he wants to work on is his relationship with another woman. Very rarely, if ever, do men work on themselves. It is absolutely a cop-out to saying, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Accept this. Understand this. Move on from this. I repeat, this is a cop-out statement. If he says he is working on
himself. He is absolutely not. He's absolutely not. You are trying to rationalize in your mind like a woman, what a woman would do. If a woman says, I'm going to work on myself, we actually do it. When a man says he's working on himself, he's working on getting another bitch. Again, in his mind, he has found someone that is better suited for him, or that he would rather pursue. He would rather chase. That is not you. You are here. He is here. No. Someone's got to tell you, because no one is going to. So I will. He's not working on himself. He doesn't want to tell you. He doesn't want to move forward with you, okay? He's a loser. Loser who can't cop up to just saying, I don't want to do this with you. Instead, he's saying, I'm going to work on myself. It is literally the equivalent of, it's not you, it's me. Except it's worse, because it leaves you kind of questioning yourself. Like, what is he working on that he can't do with me? Nothing. He's still going to be the same dumbass loser. Okay, to the next one.
Thank God I am not a high-value man. I can't imagine living with something like this. I would be in jail for life. Love how they complain about the very behavior they've done towards 99% of the men they've ever been approached or asked out by.
We live in a generation where women have become men because men are too busy being the princess. And I'm not even talking about how you ladies are buying yourself flowers or planning your own birthday, making the reservation, handling finances. Or am I talking about how men won't approach women anymore or make the first move because they're scared of rejection, or they don't want to come off like a creep? Which, by the way, guys, if you have any charisma, you don't have to worry about this. That's why 5% of the guys get all the dates while you sit around and talk shit on those guys on some Reddit forum. No, I'm talking more about like jumping a car battery. It shouldn't be like, oh babe, I don't want to touch it. It looks scary. I don't want to shock myself. Let's go ask somebody else. Let's go ask another man. Some guys these days know what a balayage is, but don't know how to change the oil. I heard a story recently, and I don't know if it's true, but I wouldn't be surprised, about how this couple got robbed and the guy wanted her purse, and her boyfriend ran away. I had a comment on one of my videos, and this lady said that her husband told her to get the rest of the groceries because those ones were too heavy. A lot of women have learned to give themselves what men stopped giving, but even more recently, it seems a lot of guys don't even know how to do these things for themselves.
Worst thing is that most of us grew up with dads and granddads that knew how to do everything, and they taught us some of the stuff. You're not an electrician or know how to fix a mirror to the wall?
So men don't approach women anymore because they're often referred to as creeps and they're scared of rejection. It's something that I hear a lot of. And I wanted to personally speak to this because I have a lot to say, because I am the biggest supporter of men being men and men pursuing women. Okay, so I'll preface this by saying that. But the problem is, a lot of men pursue women knowing that that woman is not interested in them. And therefore it leads to this negative culture with it. I could speak from my personal experience. I am a very respectful person. For the most part, any person that has ever approached me, tried to pursue me, that I knew I was not interested in, that person did not leave thinking about, oh, I've been rejected, what a terrible experience, they were never felt like a creep, none of that. However, I cannot tell you how many times I had been diplomatic or respectful about the decline, and it has led me to being borderline harassed. Whatever the reason may be at the time that I had rejected these people, I have heard things along the lines of not caring that I was in a relationship, or insinuating that my relationship is not going to work out or not serious. I have been told, don't worry, I like guys, so don't worry about it. Like, it was just clearly a lie. I've been told so many things under the sun. I've had people follow me. I've had people grab me, like, while walking to stop me. I've had a man grab me, right? So this is where you start to have this negative perception about this idea of being approached. And so the issue lies in the fact of men being able to decipher when a woman is genuinely interested, especially when that woman is very, very clear with her intentions. When someone says, I'm not interested, I'm not available, no, anything alluding to the fact of no or not interested needs to be taken with thank you, have a nice day. And that's how we create respectful encounters with approaches. And that's all it takes. And I think it's just certain people that overdo it and give a negative kind of perception of it based on the fact that they have no idea how to read social cues, or they just don't care to, and that's a huge problem. And that's my 2 cents.
I didn't talk to a single woman in 25 and don't plan on taking to a single girl in 26. Clearly they weren't interested in me because they didn't approach me. Nothing more painful than rejection.
Look at this article I found today. The dangerous rise of men who won't date woke women. Pathetic. I know you probably can't tell, but I'm quite woke and very alert to social injustice. Woke discrimination in dating should not be tolerated. Also, who wouldn't want this? I mean, look at these bangs. They're perfect. Come to think of it, I've been single for the past 10 years, ever since I started free bleeding in women's marches. But what kind of man doesn't love that level of confidence? I don't even have that many dating requirements. I mean, he has to be a vegan, obviously, and he must have his pronouns in his bio. He must provide proof of vaccination and all his boosters, and he must wear an N95 mask or equivalent during sex, but forget about condoms because that's what abortion healthcare is for. He needs to be okay with the fact that I don't shave any body hair, but he has to be perfectly manscaped with the body of Chris Hemsworth. He also must be okay with the fact that I wear natural deodorant. It doesn't really work, but at least I don't have aluminum seeping into my skin. And last but not least, he must not like video games or sports. So I don't really know what the problem is. I'm a total catch. Did you ever think that maybe it's your attitude, or maybe it's your irrational list of standards? What do you mean attitude? Also, I don't have to lower my standards for any man or anyone.
First and foremost, I wouldn't want this, and I don't want to be in a woke relationship because we as men get bullied for what we say and we do. I don't see anything wrong with that. I generally tend to avoid anyone who live and die by one ideology, as they will never be able to properly relate. This isn't just about dating anymore, it's about a deeper shift in how people connect, trust, and value one another. Many men are choosing peace over emotional chaos, while many women are realizing independence doesn't always replace genuine connection. The real issue may not be masculinity or femininity alone, but a culture that slowly turned relationships into competition instead of partnership. Until people stop treating connection like a power struggle, more individuals will continue choosing isolation, not because they hate relationships, but because disappointment feels heavier than loneliness. You're watching Modern Dating Logic, where we keep it real, not emotional. If you're ready for more truth the world avoids, you know where to find me.